everybody and welcome to my channel Sonal from USA. Today I'm going to talk about different ways how you can come to US. So मुझे काफ़ी questions आते हैं कि I want to come to US and I want to work. How do I do that? So how do you do that? Normally, conventionally, as you know, you can only come on the work visa, right? So either you come on H1 or you come on L1 and you can work here because that's kind of a work permit for you to work here. But I also get a question, can I work on a visitor visa? So answer is, of course, is no. I'm from HR, so I cannot advise something which is not legal. So normally visitor visa पे यहाँ पे काम नहीं होता है. But I have seen people who come on visitor visa and have been working here. How? So normally यहाँ पे जैसे the type of things that they can do on this visa is they come here basically to enjoy. And what they do is यहाँ पे household में जैसे help लगती है cooking के लिए, babysitting के लिए, they find those kind of things. So on the weekends when they are going and seeing the places, on the weekdays when they have time, they will go and help somebody for cooking or cleaning or babysitting, because these are some of the things where Indians or Asians, not just Indians, I have seen that Asians prefer Asians, and if somebody has experience in handling baby handling, चलो थोड़े टाइम के लिए मुझे 2-4 घंटों के लिए किसी की हेल्प चाहिए, somebody is offering a help, the lower price, because normally babysitting cost is very high here. Typically it goes from like $12 to $15 per hour, especially in Boston. बाकी जगह भी अलग-अलग cost है, but it is in this range. So, hourly basis pay, yeah, sometimes somebody is coming from India, they might just offer like a flat charge and say, hey, you know what, I would do it in 2 hours, so I would do it in this much of dollars or whatever. So these are the ways they earn money, not legal, but कोई किसी के घर में जाके तो देखता नहीं है. And plus especially when there are ladies who cannot invite their parents if they are expecting or growing their families, they're pregnant, working, they need really help. Sometimes people who are flexible enough to travel to their place by taking a cab, or they have friends who can drop them, they take up such kind of work where they will go do a little bit of cooking, helping that lady, and she would pay them. But these are not the legal ways of working. I have also seen people coming here on visitor visa and they do not return after the end of their tenure. So what happens to that? It's absolutely illegal to overstay, because if you're caught, you would be deported anytime. So it is the very high risk that you are taking, that you're coming here on visitor visa and you're staying over. Some people like it. I would not advise, because there are a lot of things that you cannot do. You cannot ever get your driving license, you cannot open your bank account. That means you have to depend on somebody who will help you opening the bank account, or you keep your money in their bank account. So it's all matter of trust, right? People do it, but not really legal things doing it. I've seen people working in grocery stores or the gas stations, and so these are different ways people do it, but these are all illegal ways and I do not advise them. But I have seen people asking me with whatever degrees, how can I come to US? Now my advice, there are many ways you can come to US, not just for higher education, but you can also come for undergrads. So I have seen that even students who are not really well-to-do come here. I do not know how, but I have seen that they take the loans, they show that they have that much fund in the bank, and they come here for undergrads. So when you come here for undergrads, you get like 4 years to stay here. So in that time, students normally have to take up subjects, and they take up like two subjects, per semester, and then they keep doing this, for over a period of 4 to 5 years to complete their education. And in that process, they also work. So as a student, you're allowed to work. So they work, depending on wherever they want. So I have seen a lot of different nationals who come here as students for bachelors, and then they start working side by side, and in the process they gain a lot of experience, and then they also get a sponsor. So some people do vocational kind of bachelor's degree where it's just a where it is simple graduation degree. Like I go to um, places where I have to do my eyebrow threading, and I see students working there, and I ask them, how do you come here? And they just said, you know what, I am doing my bachelor's degree, I'm here as a student, and I work. So I wondered, how do they work for so many hours? But you have some limited number of hours where you can work as well as study. So that's another way that you can explore. You can come for your undergrads year, you can come here for your undergraduation. And I know that most of the time the trend is typically to come here for masters, but depending on everybody's aspirations, I would say that it's no harm to explore even undergrad courses. And apart from the techie courses, there are many other streams as well that you can explore, like healthcare, nursing, then if you really like those fields, or if you really want to come to US, these are the fields that you can explore. So healthcare, physiotherapist, then nursing, law. So basically healthcare, nursing. So basically there are many other undergrads degree where people also come for finance, then healthcare, nursing, then lawyers. So law, I have seen a lot of Asians, I have seen people coming from China who just come here and do degree in law, which is good because lawyers are much in demand here. और lawyers के फॉर्म में तो कुछ ना कुछ जॉब मिलना ही है, because if you are qualified here, you have studied law here, you are bound to get a job here in the law firm, and there are several law firms here. So there are many other streams that you can look at. It is not just that you need to be technically savvy and you have to be in IT and then you come here. So these are some other ways that you can look at if you are interested in these fields where you have inclination towards law, or you have inclination towards the science, healthcare, nursing. Nurses को काफी demand है इधर because healthcare is a big field. So many hospitals are there. So it's a stressful job, but if you like it, if you like the medical field, yes, why not? I mean, there are many options. You just don't have options to work in the hospitals, but you can also work with a lot of private practices, doctors' practices, under them, or health clinics where you can work, as a nurse and make good money here. So these are some of the fields that I wanted to talk about. And then of course, as you stay here, work here for a long time, then then you would find some company who would file your status, where you'll get your visa, and then you can continue working. But the point is that you just don't have one field. Think about different ways how you can come and explore, and I just feel that coming to undergrad program is really good way because you get exposed to the US culture for a long time, studying here for 4 years. At the same time, you get a chance to work part-time, and and that way you also get an exposure to different things. So think out of the box, think of different fields, and you can also continue your education to complete your graduation, then you start working for masters. And I've seen people on here, and slowly they take few courses and pay off their education, so that way you don't build up like too much of education loan. You need some help to have education loan come here and all these things, but you can still slowly pay off your loan. And by part-time work you can pay off your loans and also strike some balance, enjoy this US culture, work here, and study also. Other ways, if you have your family here, close relatives, family members, they can file your status. So if you have your brother, sister, or someone who already are here and have their citizenship, they can file for your status. And then it takes time. Family based green card takes time, but that's another way that people can come here. Another way is investment. If you have a lot of wealth, the entrepreneurs are always welcome. So there is a limit. Earlier I think it was 500,000 and now it is increased to some 700,000 or something. So if you can invest that kind of amount here in business or any properties, you will get a very fast green card. I can post that link in the comment section so you know exactly what is the law and how to come here. But these are the different things, the different ways you can come here. Some people just want to come here because they want to see the new culture. Some people like the lifestyle here, and some people get attracted um, because of the dollar value. But let me tell you one more thing, that even if you come at that level, like an entry level, the cost of living is really high. So that is another thing that you need to factor. Cost of living is not low because you need to pay your rent, you need to have your food, you need to have your health care covered, because if anything happens to you, if you fall sick, you have to go to doctor, and the cost of doctors is very high, fees or any healthcare cost is very high. So you need to have an insurance coverage. So कम से कम उतना भी आप देखने जाओगे तो you basically need at least like $800 to $1,000 to minimum survive in any state. Like आपने students का देखा ही है videos, वैसे if you're in New Jersey, probably even if you're sharing the apartment and staying with somebody, you would still need like 500, depending on which state you are in. You would need to have some basic cost of living. So वो भी factor करना पड़ेगा. You cannot just convert that, okay, मुझे per hour इतना मिलता है. And lot of people ask me this question, मुझे if I come here, for this particular job, मुझे per hour कितना मिलेगा? क्योंकि यहाँ पे hourly basis पे wages ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. And a lot of people think that I will just come here, I will work as a driver, I will work, but यहाँ पे laws इतने strict है कि you need to have driver's permit, you need to have a status, then only you can do all these jobs. And hourly basis पे, yes, for some jobs it's a high paid jobs, for some jobs they are not very highly paid jobs. In fact यहाँ पे जो है services are more expensive. So यहाँ पे जब हम लोग सिंपल चीज़ों फिक्स करने को बुलाते हैं, जैसे कि टैप फिक्स करना है, टॉयलेट में लीकेज है, सो प्लम्बर्स आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव. So these are really off track jobs, or या जहाँ पे carpenters are very expensive. So if you are really handy, when you come here and when you come on a visa or any visa, you will find that if you have to get these things fixed, if you're even staying with whatever, these are quite expensive services here. So you have to think about all these costs. Most likely apartment people cover those costs, so you don't have to worry कि मेरा tap leak हो रहा है, मैं क्या करूँ, मेरा carpet गीला हो गया, क्या करूँ. Apartment people will fix it. But if you're staying with somebody in say as a paying guest in a single family houses, so that is kind of expensive to fix, because they might consider that as a cost and they may ask you to pay some part of it. So remember that when you're coming here, and if you're thinking that I will come on a visitor visa or any student visa to earn here, think about the cost of living. It is easy to come that route. I would say if you're really keen to come here, you can take that route to come here as an undergrad student, or just come here if you financially well off, just to come here on a visitor visa to see the culture, enjoy the culture, then go back and then think about the options, whether I should come for a bachelorette or I should come for masters, and what are the different streams. तो मैंने इसलिए आपको इतने अलग-अलग streams बताए because most of the Indians come for IT. But I have also seen now the trend is a little bit changing. I've seen people coming even for marketing kind of a things, or the management kind of subjects like MBA. And I have also seen that people are coming for undergrads for different streams like business, finance, law, and there are a lot of other things that you can study, a lot of other subjects that you can study. So think about those options. If you're really keen to come to US, and if you think, or if you have any questions, which field, what, when, where, please feel free to post them on my Insta. I will be happy to cover. And till you see my next vlog, bye bye. And अभी तक अगर सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल सोनल फ्रॉम USA. and spread the love, spread the information. Please share my vlogs if you like them, and love you. Bye bye.